John MacArthur is known for many things, not the least of which is his faithful expository preaching of the entire New Testament at Grace Community Church in California. As a public figure, MacArthur has also been instrumental in the salvation of many people across the world, including my own. It was John MacArthur who defied the government in recent years, refusing to close his church during the COVID-19 epidemic.
Against the Constitution. And just to remove one obvious question, the rate of COVID in California is 1/100th of 1%.
Pastor John has also been on mainstream news broadcasts several times speaking on various political topics. He's even been on Larry King Live a few times to debate other religious leaders on the fallacies they teach their followers. John MacArthur has also released a plethora of books on the Christian faith, not to mention his ever-helpful MacArthur Study Bible, which has a comprehensive commentary on the majority of the Bible. But many of us know Pastor John through his radio program, which featured his sermons and Q&A sessions to his congregation. He's been pastor and teacher at Grace Community Church for over 55 years and has been instrumental in the founding of the Master's Seminary in California. In addition to all of this, John MacArthur is also known for leading the Strange Fire Conference, persuading charismatic Christians and Pentecostals to abandon their churches for a more reformed Christian belief system. Each and every year, he also hosts the Shepherd's Conference, where he invites like-minded pastors from across the world to fellowship, be encouraged, and learn from preachers like Vadi Bacham, Steve Lawson, and the late R.C. Sproul. Because so many of you are keeping an eye on this minister, I thought it would be a good idea to provide you with an update on his health according to the last update we received from Pastor John himself. In August of 2024, John MacArthur was interviewed in front of the Master's Seminary influx of new and returning students. Many of them, just like us, were concerned about his health and his ability to continue with future projects. Pastor John is currently working on a series about 5-point Calvinism and plans to create a 5-booklet box set explaining true Calvinism and how it all ties into the Bible. He's also working on a study about the book of Daniel, attempting to persuade his listeners and readers of his dispensational view of eschatology. So, will John MacArthur be able to continue with these projects after his last heart surgery? Let's see what he had to say about his own health about a month ago.
I am not under any illusions about my mortality. So I don't know how much time the Lord is going to give me. Far better to depart and be with Christ, but if it's more needful to be here, I'm incredibly blessed to be here. I've gone through some heart procedures. As you know, the latest one was a valve replacement, which was highly successful. But like anything, you got a brand new valve in a very old person. So there are some compensating issues that have to be dealt with, and I'm sort of in the throes of those.
It's public knowledge that John MacArthur has had a series of heart procedures over the last few years, but the last one he had has had a significant impact on his energy levels. Undergoing a valve replacement, Pastor MacArthur says that he is feeling more tired than usual. Since the operation, he's experienced a loss of strength and difficulty breathing. There's also been a gradual buildup of fluid in his lungs, which doctors and nurses are dealing with regularly. Despite these health challenges, John MacArthur has not stopped working within the confines of his ministry. He still holds to a productive schedule of writing, preaching at Grace, and teaching at the Master's Seminary. The fact is, Pastor John is now 85 years old. He's dedicated his life to the proclamation of the gospel and the teaching of God's word. We have no way of knowing how much longer Pastor MacArthur will still be with us, but we do know that he has left us with a legacy of teaching that will place him in the annals of great theologians like J.I. Packer, Martin Lloyd-Jones, and the Puritans of old. Please keep Pastor MacArthur and his family in your prayers as they continue to serve the Lord and do his work here on earth. Thanks so much for watching. God bless.